Something about another language could be important. Either you're talking to someone and they have an accent, there's a different background. Maybe you're teaching your kid a different language. Maybe your kid is just naturally picking up like sign language or Spanish, or something about another language. Maybe you're traveling somewhere and they speak another language. What's going on for earth signs? Alright, so you're getting out of your head. Things are starting to pick up. You're not really slow poking around anymore, so good job. There could have been some type of lie or somebody that was like spying on you and you're like, you know what, I'm not giving any energy to this at all. Whatever this is, I'm going to continue with what I plan on doing. I'm not going to let you distract me. You have some type of system and you know that it's bringing some type of abundance. You also could be kind of trying to recover from someone. You could have traveled to them or they traveled to you, like they got on the highway. You know, this person is not really the best of news, so it's kind of like, yeah, I don't really want to grow anything when it comes to this person. I want to go ahead and move past them. Now you have some type of wisdom of what makes you feel good and what don't. It's like you're recovering, you're getting out of this funk, and you're moving on from somebody that's just like, it's just not it. Somebody also could be recovering when it comes to their home. Maybe they be in their car a lot. They're secretly trying to recover. They're trying to come up with a plan. There was some type of lie, or they were, I don't know, they created a child, but there was some type of lie that was going on, and someone that got pregnant is like, okay, well, what's the plan long term, or what are we going to do, because we got somewhere to live, you got to show me that you got some type of something. So your ex could be trying to get a house secretly, get some type of stability for themselves, because they got a baby coming, or they got somebody that they're dealing with that they probably don't even want to be with. Okay? They feel like everything else is kind of burned and gone, so they ain't got no choice. When it comes to this woman that's pregnant unexpectedly, this person may want to put on a show. They like to live the high life. They like to be impressed. They like to do things that's like, okay, well, I need you to set up my hotel room so I can record it. Or I need you to do this so that way people, it's for a show. It's not necessarily for them. And the person that, you know, your ex or whoever they're dealing with, they know this. It's like, oh my goodness, I should have picked another option. It's like, oh, I should have went elsewhere. I should have walked away from this. Like, something that you've been pushing through, you're going to start to see some type of new start with it, or you're kind of getting some type of new energy. It's like, okay, well, let me get back to work. Let me get back to what I was doing, and this is going to help you stabilize. You also could be having a new start with someone who is stable secretly. This person could see your value. This person could be giving you some type of financial help. Honestly, masculine or feminine. This person, it could be secretly going through some type of competition, some type of issue. About what? They're trying to recover financially. They're trying to recover when it comes to anybody that they walked away from that they feel like was a burden, or it's like, okay, well, I'll take me and my ideas and I'll just pack it alone, and, you know, I'll just move to this whole new city by myself, or I'll just go do something and, you know, I'll support myself. I'll get myself back from ground up. But this is somebody who is picking themselves back from ground up. Someone could also secretly have some type of issue when it comes to court. But it doesn't necessarily mean like criminal. This could be like a civil court, or they're being sued for something. They're going to court for child support. They're going to court for custody, or just for to prove if the child is theirs before they support some type of burden. All right, what does this have to do with you? What does this person have to do with you? All right, so this is going to be somebody that you start talking to. Again, it may start off a little like, you know, it's just a little communication. Why not? You may think everybody lies, so it's kind of like you keep your eyes out for any reason to step back. You do. But I don't think you're going to be sad when it comes to this relationship. You're going to be like, okay, sure, I'll come along for the ride, at least for now. You're like, we'll just see where it goes. Something about basketball, so somebody could be inviting you somewhere, and it's like, okay, well, yeah, let's go to the bar and watch the game. Okay, let's go to the game, or let's go do something, and you're like, I mean, yeah, I used to do this as a kid, or, you know, sure, you know, or my friend, or, you know, my brother used to do something like that, or it may just be something that reminds you of something, and you're like, okay, sure, we'll just see about it. I also think that they actually are going to, if you have a child, they're going to take you to your child very well. And this may be one of the reasons why you kind of hold yourself back if you are a single parent, because you're kind of like, yeah, I'm not really trying to break up what we already got established, and we got a system and we got something that we've created, and at the point that somebody's trying to come in and tear some shit down, it's like I'm gonna have to revive everything and whatever. So you're kind of on the defense when it comes to that. But you know, you can tell when people are just coming in just for the moment and leave, so you kind of protect your kids from that. So you're being practical when it comes to your emotions, but you're also kind of like, again, on the defense. You see the strength in like unity, or you see the strength in like a legacy, but you're not trying to have nobody fuck up your legacy. I respect it. Alright, what's going on for Earth signs? Somebody around you could be secretly in their head. This could be a Virgo or an air sign, more specifically a Gemini. Okay, there are some facts that's about to come to light. So you may be searching through details, you may be getting details, and or just learning something. But at the same time, I don't really know if you're really going to want to fix it and or like put more energy into it, because you're going to feel like this is just a repeated cycle. You knew that some person was just holding it together for whatever reason, that they had their own issue. Yeah. Something about an old coworker could be important. And this could be someone that's not the same race as you. I'll just say it like that. They could be jumping back in like, oh yeah, hi, yeah, I have this great attitude. I just want to see if we can rebuild a relationship. This could be somebody of the same sex, but they were a different race at your job. They feel like you have some type of rest and or recovery. And so they're like, oh, well, let me see if I can come play with your intelligence. Let me see how you saving your pennies or whatever you got going on, so I can make some type of healthy choice for me. Also, be careful, because there's somebody's going to either try to show off or whatever. They're going to try to either tempt you into a one-night stand, and they're like, oh yeah, I can fill up all your needs, I can do all this stuff for you, and then it's going to bring some shit to a fall. Okay, before we go into this too deep, who is this? Who this you should be aware of? Who should they stay away from? This one-night stand. Okay, this could be someone with the initial O, a Capricorn, the initial L, an Aries, heavy on the Capricorn, the initial Z, a Y, even if you are a Capricorn, a Pisces, absolutely not. You need to have some type of clear thinking, okay, because there's something that you don't know about this person. Even if you feel like, oh, well, this is just something simple, we can have it just so it ain't got to be bigger than that. It's going to bring something else to a crumble. Absolutely not. Okay, there's some facts that's coming out to light, and some type of details that's coming out. If you were dealing with a player, or you feel like your ex was a player, or they had some type of one night stand with someone else, something about their basic needs or how they support themselves is about to change. Okay, you also will get some type of details of what they've been doing or what they went on record to do and or say. Now they're in a very sticky situation when it comes to having to hold something together for their basic necessities. They may be acting like right now, like, oh yeah, I have gratitude, I'm happy, like, okay, well, I'm gonna bounce back, everything's good. But there's some type of issue. Again, there's something that's not there, there's something that is not what it appears. They also could be having some intimate issues. But even if they're going back and sleeping with someone else, they're trying to play with your intelligence somehow, some way, but they're gonna have to spend some money on some type of home, some type of stability. They're gonna have to give up something for sure. They're going to have to reconnect to themselves. They're going to have to reconnect to nature. Because right now, again, they're in a fragile situation, whatever this is. Why do you need to know this? Because you need to completely walk away. If you're still dibbling, dabbling, you need to completely walk away. Okay? You will stabilize. You do have everything that you need to stabilize. You just need to walk away. Somebody chose to abandon what y'all had. Somebody chose to walk away from y'all stability. They chose. It is what it is. Okay? Let it go. Yeah. They may be trying to work right now. And then right now it seems like, okay, well, yeah, I got finances. Things are kind of, a little chaotic, but I'm able to manage. But something's going to come to a rest, or something's going to be some type of battle for them. And it's going to inspire them to, again, reach out to their family, find some type of opportunity. And you don't need to be a person that's a part of this. Okay, so close this out. If you already closed this out, continue to do so. Even if they come to you with some type of disappointment and some type of emotions, they may want you to create some type of like, well, what do you think about this? Or, you don't have any major changes going on. Can you help me? Or can you help me with this thing? And so that way, It's like, okay, I got all this pressure going on me right now. So if you can alleviate me having to take the child, or if you can alleviate me not having to pay this much for child support, or if you can alleviate, it'll help me. They're expecting you to be balanced when it comes to your emotions, so they can still be strategic. So that way they can still help them get through some type of chaos. You do not need to support this at all, because your emotional satisfaction comes from stability. And this is going to come from you recovering from yourself and using your mind when it comes to knowing that you need this ability that's coming in. Even if that puts them in a mentality of like, damn, what the fuck? It is what it is. Remember, they chose to walk away. They chose other options. They chose to have you at a standstill. They probably even could have made it harder for you and or your child. And while you were changing your life, they were committed to just kind of being out in the streets and sleeping with whoever they decided to. And they was giving, literally to private relationships that you knew just to kind of change how you felt, and, if you was going to go through a mental ruin. Absolutely not. Don't save them. It's like, oh, I'm not a hoe no more, but this hoe can't be saved. Period. Even if they rap sheet gets erased, you can't save them. And I really feel like this is your ex. But to be clear, who is this person for earth signs? This could be a Libra, a Virgo, a Pisces, someone with the initial L, the initial K, the initial C, the initial I, the initial D, as in David. This is somebody that's definitely, you've already been around and around. You've heard the same thing over and over. You've already been through it. Okay? What about Casey and JoJo? It's that all my life. Somebody also, y'all could have talked about something regarding an ID or identification, or like you need some kind of passport, you need some type of I don't know. Maybe you had to point this picture out or identify this person for something, I don't know. Whatever the case may be, that's how you know who it is. Anything else for earth signs? Let's go to confirmations. The initial G is out here too, just FYI. I didn't see it on the floor. Alright, it's time to celebrate, but I feel like you're going to keep it quiet, or you're going to pop out just a little bit. Okay, maybe you're trying to plan how you pop out. Somebody thinks that you're very handsome or pretty. Okay, shit isn't as bad as you're thinking, so regulate your mood, regulate your needs. Something has and it's about to change. You're about to give and or get some really good advice. Okay, there could be some type of expenses that you feel like are piling up right now, but be innocent about it, or just kind of go with the mentality of like, okay, I'll just see how I figure it out. All right, you're today's year old when you find out something, but remember, anger is not the answer. Okay, they like the idea of you, but they got to tighten up for themselves. It just is what it is. Make sure you're not talking down on yourselves. Okay, check the date and time and or details when it comes to any type of paperwork. The initial N could be important. They could have made a selfish move and or decision. All right, somebody's trying to hide information that you need and or cause delays. Y'all not official. Just let it expire, literally. Shift your focus. Okay, I feel like you learned a lesson, or you got a hold of something, or you let something go. So good job. There's a new job and or a client coming. Somebody may be kidnapped. I don't know, or somebody just trying to take your ideas or something like that. I don't know. A Libra or Libra season is here. Act on that idea and make sure you do it before Libra season. But somebody could be wanting to apologize for you, or for you, to you. Okay, this could be a married couple, and now they feel like they want to run back to you. It could be for their own benefit.